Whoop. All right. Good morning. It's Dominic.
And Nick Berard. Hey, Dominic, you know what the best part about getting the stomach flu from your kids are?
No.
With all the puking and not eating food, I've lost 2 pounds over the weekend.
Congratulations. There you go. There is your weight loss program. Hang out with his family this week and get sick. So last video we kind of talked about the lead generation model, the second model, and we're talking about a few parts of it. Now we're breaking that down a little bit more and talking about our database and the importance of seller listings.
And really, we're talking about our business because Gary Keller points out in the MREA that your business is your database, because without talking to the people that know, like, and trust you already, I mean, that's the most cost-effective, and we'll get into that, a cost-effective lead generation method.
And so with the database, they talked about METs, and they haven't METs, and they talked about a systematic plan on either one. So the people you have met, making sure you're following up, and they had a 33 touch for that, which meant 33 different touches throughout the year, whether that's phone calls, emails, mailers, whatever it happens to be, in person, like belly to belly, lunch, dinner, things like that, client parties, right? And then they had an 8x8 for having METs, systematically staying in touch with them for, making sure that over an 8-week period.
Well, so in all actuality, so it says, so keeping it super simple. So you have your database and you have it set up with your METs and then your haven't match. You have two different sides of your database. And how it outlines is at the top of the top, best of the best. Essentially, they start with their MET category. They have an 8x8. So once you meet somebody, you have an 8x8. So over 8 weeks, you're talking to them systematically once a week, whether it's phone calls or mailers.
To build that top of mind kind of thing to make sure you're within that 1 or 2 top real estate agents in their mind.
So you build out this 8x8. So that's really strengthening that relationship and really establishing that rapport. You're getting that mind share. So when somebody's thinking real estate, they think Dominic or they're thinking Nick. So after that 8x8,
hopefully they're thinking Dominic first, then Nick second, but we'll see.
And then once you have that 8x8 through systematically, then you're dropping those MET contacts into a 33 touch. And that's 33 touches throughout the year, at least, that you're systematically staying in touch, top of mind, so that when somebody is ready to either, one, hear about real estate, hey, you should be talking to so-and-so, or they're thinking about real estate themselves, hey, we're thinking about so-and-so. And then your haven't METs, that is the second part of the database. That's 12 direct. So that's 12 times a year you're sending out a mailer. That's a farm, whether that's a geographic location or a certain like canceled, expired, or
could be internet leads coming in, whatever the case is.
Whatever that case is.
And yeah, they talked about the importance of that, and they want you to really look at it as a business, because if you think about it, and they gave the examples of like when an attorney or say a doctor sells their business, what are they really selling? Well, there could be staff, there could be systems, and there could be maybe
like equipment,
things like that. But in reality, it's the people, the database, the clients that are the most
the relationships that they're really selling in a professional services world. So yeah, doctor, attorney.
And so you have to build your business in the same way in real estate, where this database is your most valuable asset, and having a good CRM and a good system to follow up with it and maintain it is valuable, right?
And here's the incredible thing, and this probably is the part to I don't know if this is the ending part. However, they break out that specifically if you have your MET database on a 33 touch, you should expect to yield for every 12 people that have on a 33 touch, you should expect to yield 2 deals out of that a year.
And they're saying one's going to be a referral and one's going to be some sort of past client business.
So it's not 6 to 1, it's 12 to 2, because one piece of business is going to be repeat or referral. The other piece is going to be a new piece one's going to be repeat, one's going to be referral.
Right, and obviously this is coming from contribution to your 33 touches. Can't just be like, oh, hi, bye, or whatever. I mean, it has to be useful information, it has to be stuff that helps benefit the clients, and it has to be purposeful, and yeah, coming from contribution contacts.
And here's the cool thing, Dominic. So 12 to 2 on the 33 touch. Now, what if you're doing your farm area? You should expect, so that's 12 direct, you should expect a 50 to 1 ratio. So if you can have a 12 to 2 or 50 to 1, which would you choose?
Well, based on the amount of people I'd have to have, the 12 to 2 sounds a lot better. Than your database can be a lot smaller for the same amount of contacts. But
it sounds a lot better
in both, though, because the 12 direct can be much more systemized or systematic and
leveraged. Yeah, that can be leveraged out. So I think the right answer is both. So having those those MET contacts, those relationships that you have, strengthen those, deepen those. At the same time, well, how do we get out and highly leverage? You can have somebody else frankly, doing your mailers, you can set it up at the beginning of the year. Hey, this is the group that we're
They
going to be marketing
recommend
to.
setting everything up at the beginning of the year so you don't have to worry about it again. It's just, it runs.
Mhm.
And then kind of the last part of the marketing model is talking about the importance of seller listings. And the simple argument is that if you have one well-marketed, correctly marketed listing, you should also be able to get at least one buyer from that too. So that's technically like 2 transactions, right? And that might not be the buyer for that property, but you should be able to get a buyer for something else from marketing that listing correctly. So they're saying if you want to do 50 deals in a year, you should really focus on getting 25 listings, right? And then the rest should take care of itself if you're marketing your listings correctly.
Exactly. So that's the all of the message that you're sending out, everything that you're putting out marketing-wise. Focus on seller listings because that's going to lead the best. You know, you have an opportunity for 2 sales versus if you're just marketing to buyers specifically, you're probably going to get 1. So
I think that's about it. That's keeping it simple. And then next video, we will be talking about the budget model, breaking that down a little bit bigger.
fun stuff.
Detail.
Awesome, guys.
See ya.
Next time.